Poland. Poland not. Belgium in Europe. Belgium in the Congo. Belgium in World Wars. Me. Coughs on the anti-vax kid who bullied my friends. My Spanish conquistadors and sisters. Pride. Chinese colonists. Get out. That's a twist. Being rich and donating your money to charities. Being a billionaire and spending your money on launching your car into space. Being the richest man to ever live and giving away so much gold that you destroy the Egyptian government. Time traveler. Hey, you don't look so good. Farmer from the Middle Ages. Yes, I've got some black spots, but I hope to get well soon. Time traveler. Oh, you mean Black Death. Farmer. Canadian high school students. Dear God, the Holocaust was awful. Good thing we've never had anything like that happen here. Canadian historians and politicians. Egyptian government. Exists. Mansa Musa. Some random Austrian guy gets shot. Gas mask manufacturing companies. Starks. Anybody starts a war. The Swiss. I'd like to make a toast for the troops. All the troops. Both sides. Not a single phone in the whole image. Only people living the moment. What good times. White people can't play the victim card. Ireland. Observe. 1920s America. A failing economy. Jazz. Nobody. A random Jewish kid 2019 years ago. Nobody defeats France. France in 1789. Fine. I'll do it myself. 8th grader watches one oversimplified video. Professional historian. America. Hey France. Can you help us in a war? France. A. No thanks. America. It's against Britain. France. South American country. So, we can pick our own economic system. Right? It doesn't have to be capitalism. United States. Not a written rule, but it's strongly implied. A brief summary of American Revolution Naval Commander John Paul Jones. Screams in Scottish. Time traveler. What year is it? Soldier. 1916. Time traveler. Oh, so the middle of World War I. Soldier. World War. What now? Google sends gifts to Indonesian baby named Google. Me few years later. Hi there Panzerkampfwagen Tiger Orf. E. Franklin. What's all this about inches, feet and yards? Jefferson. I though we hated the British ruler. No one from Britain has ever wanted to help anyone from Ireland for any reason. In 1845 we were hit by a potato famine. We asked Britain for help, and they claimed they weren't home. An entire country claimed they weren't home. The party will decide your fate. I'm the party. Romania and Chad when they met at the 1992 Olympics. Oh crap. Well, one of us is gonna have to change. Boston Tea Party. Happens. All the crabs at the bottom of the harbor. Pope. Shades. Orthodox patriarchs. Pathetic. Me explaining how we forgot to make Damascus steel. All the girls at the party. The 95 Theses. You should not be able to buy a ticket to heaven. Pope Paul II. When people say oversimplified memes won't take off. To the guillotine. Germany. So the debt is going to be distributed evenly. Treaty of Versailles. Perhaps. Stalin. Sends all the real doctors to Gulag. Also Stalin. Has stroke. Guy with 1 week of medical experience. I diagnose you with death. When your country is slowly sinking into the ocean. So you decriminalize recreational weed. To have your population high above the water. Laughs in High Dutch. Bosnian revolutionary assassinates member of Austrian royal family. Uninvolved country 2,000 miles away. To war. 2019. US serviceman put on trial for being present when a photo was taken of a dead ISIS fighter. 1940s World War II boys. When everyone makes fun of the Americans for being fat, but 94% of your country is officially obese. Nazi Germany, for the fatherland. The Soviet Union, for the motherland. Switzerland, Chaching. Make America great again. Make America great. Make America great. Make. When you go to war with 80 men and come back with 81 stars. How to deal with imperialistic past. Be so small that nobody would think you're able to do evil things. Become third world country yourself so that nobody blames you. Complain about migrants after conquering half of the world. Start 2 world wars so that no one talks about your colonial empire. Japan surrenders to Allied forces in 1945. Hiro Onoda in 1973. Shame. When Britain seizes the Hudson River and all you have left is the entire Indian Ocean. Cries in Dutch. Time Traveler 2019. I bet the world is a far better place after the Great War. Me. Oh, you mean World War I. Time Traveler. Citizen. Why do you want National Parks Service? It's just wilderness and wildlife. Theodore Roosevelt. Well, I like that sort of thing. Canada. Canada, but you realize that Canada has never lost a war in history. Me. Opens pack of gum. The entire class. The overwhelming manpower of the Soviet Union. When you're a pilot in World War I and see a red plane behind you, my time has come. When you can't see the enemy in the jungles, so you just remove the jungle. Modern problems require modern solutions. Rare picture of a mother plane helping its baby learn how to fly. Undefeated since 1776. Laughs in Canadian. I finally found it. After 15 years. The Scroll of Truth. The Americans could never have won the War of Independence without the French. Niet. Germany in most of the world's history books. Germany in German history books. Germany in Polish and Israeli history books. When your friends gang up on you in Super Smash Bros. Because you have the most lives. When a newly independent Latin American country democratically elects a socialist government. That's not very freedom of view, young man. Adult male exists. Every world government circa 1940. You'll be a soldier. Grandpa when I show him World War II memes. Do not cite the deep magic to me, which I was there when it was written. Nobody, not a single soul. Europe in the Middle Ages. Europeans discovering any landmass. Hippity hoppity, you're my property. Any country ever starts having mildly left-leaning policies. The United States. You serve in the Soviet Union. Soviets after releasing anti-tank suicide dogs that were trained with Soviet tanks. Well boys, we did it. Our tanks are no more. What happens in 1 minute? 70,000 hours of Netflix watched. 3 million videos watched on Snapchat. Google is 2.4 million questions. Poland invaded. French in World War I. This line will stop the Germans. Germans. Go around. French. Entire region loses power. 50,000 people evacuated from Pripyat. Huge cloud of radioactivity ends up over Sweden. Soviet officials. Coincidence? I think so. France. How are we going to ever beat England? Joan of Arc. Nightclub shut down after woman rides horse onto dancer floor. Me passing out from hunger after coming home from work in Germany 1929. Did you win the war? Yes. What did it cost? Everything. French World War I uniforms. German World War I uniforms. We did it. We time traveled. But to what year? Let me ask that guy over there. Does Russia have a bad leader? Yes. I mean no. We can be freaking anywhere. When you're in the middle of a civil war, but the beat is pure fire. Robespierre when he became the leader of the French Revolution. I see no god up here, other than me. What I think I look like when I talk about history. What I actually look like when I talk about history. Ireland in Irish history books. Ireland in the rest of the world's history books. Ireland is Britain's history books. Protesters defaced the emblem of Hong Kong and raised a British colonial flag. Showtime. France helps create the US. USA saves France from the Axis powers. France stinks. Sweden, we have 16 kings called Charles. France, we have 18 Louis. Pope John 23rd. Pathetic. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe the channel if you haven't already. Also check out my Discord server for some extra juicy memes. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching.